I'm contractually obligated to talk about the Oscars. Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Reviews by Josh. My name is Josh Terry and today I'm not going to be reviewing any movies. I'm going to talk about the Oscars because it's the Oscars, right? And we all love Academy Awards and shows and, well, no we don't. I mean, they're kind of fun, but it's the movies we really like, right? And that's what I wanted to talk about today because I noticed that some of my favorite movies from last year were nominated for some awards and stuff, and I thought that was kind of cool. Not all my favorite movies. In fact, my favorite movies were not nominated for Best Picture, but I think most of us kind of fall into that boat most every year. Some of the ones that I did see that were nominated that I was pretty happy about, of course, La La Land, which is kind of the one that's getting all of the press. And what's kind of funny is that now I've noticed is kind of monitored my friends' reactions on Facebook that La La Land has become so hyped that it's now getting the backlash because people are going to see it expecting this life-changing thing, and they say, "Oh, well, maybe this wasn't so good. What? This didn't change my life at all." And then they're suddenly disappointed, and so it's kind of interesting. But yeah, La La Land is the big favorite. Ryan Gosling was nominated for Best Actor, and Emma Stone was nominated for Best Actress, and of course it got lots of other nominations, you know, for the music and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any surprises in store there. I was a little surprised to see that Arrival was nominated for Best Picture, a movie, again, that I did like, but I didn't really put it quite on the top of my list from last year. I love a good sci-fi movie and definitely enjoyed Arrival. It was quite a bit less action-packed and dynamic than I expected. I thought that it was going to be kind of the heir apparent to Interstellar and The Martian and Gravity and some of these movies. It seems like there's one every year about this time or about that time. And Arrival was that one, but it was much more academic. It was much more cerebral. It was essentially about a linguist, and the aliens just happened to be involved. They happened to be the ones providing the language. So yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting that it got nominated. Very good. I don't expect it to win though. So anyway, sorry Arrival, and sorry Amy Adams because she didn't get nominated for Best Actress, and they were talking about her for that. Sorry. Now, some of the end-of-the-year movies that I have already done video reviews for on this channel, like Lion and Hidden Figures and Fences, all got nominated. And I think that's pretty much what people expected because that's why they were released at the end of the year, is because those kind of movies get released. And a number of people from those movies were also nominated for acting awards, Dev Patel, and then Denzel Washington as well. And then Nicole Kidman actually also got a nomination for Lion, which I get it. It's still a little bit surprising to me. I didn't really notice that it was the biggest, heaviest, most dramatic, most noteworthy performance. But I think Nicole Kidman is great. I've had a crush on her since Batman Returns, which I probably should admit because she technically was married. Oh, it wasn't Batman Returns. It was Batman Forever. Never mind. We can just cut all that out. Now, one thing that did jump out to me that I was really happy about was Land of Mine, which was nominated for Best Foreign Film. This is another one of those movies that I saw last year at Sundance, not this past year, but in 2016, that really stood out to me. It was a really, really good movie. This was a foreign film. It was set in Denmark shortly after World War II, as the German prisoners were forced to clear the beaches of all of the landmines that they had put in place when they were occupying Europe. And it's obviously very dramatic because you have all these characters who are scouring the beaches and trying to find landmines that are going to blow up. What makes it really tragic and really sad is that the soldiers who were doing this were the end of the war soldiers, meaning they were pretty much kids. These were these young boys who just happened to be in the wrong country at the wrong time. And Land of Mine is very, very dramatic, very, very sad, very, very powerful movie. Definitely one of the ones that stuck with me after Sundance. So it was cool to see that one get some recognition. I've also been happy to see some recognition for some of my favorite animated movies from last year. Moana, which we've talked about on this channel. The Jungle Book also got some recognition, and I really, really like that one. In fact, I was really surprised. I was able to interview some people involved in The Jungle Book, and it turns out about the only thing that was live action in that whole movie was the kid. Everything else was completely CGI, and very, very effective. I was also really happy to see nomination for Kubo and the Two Strings, which came from the same people who did the Box Trolls a couple of years ago. Absolutely love that stop motion animation. As a general rule, I'm not the kind of guy who gets really excited about animated movies. This is a style of animation. These are, you know, specific producers that I really, really do enjoy, and Kubo is definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it. Also had a chance to see a bunch of the Oscar shorts that were nominated for animation. The one that I think people are going to recognize the most, probably because it's the only one they've seen, is a little one called Piper, which is about a little bird who's trying to learn how to fish on the beach and get shells as the tide is coming in. This was the short that ran right before Finding Dory. There are also a number of other ones that are very, very cool and creative and have varied styles. And so if you get a chance to see those, I think most of them you can probably catch online or something. If not your local art house theater, will have them available. But that's some cool stuff that you don't really hear a whole lot about on the Oscars. So the Oscars are almost upon us, and I'm sure that there's going to be all kinds of exciting things happening that night, and some of them may actually involve the movies. I'm sure we're going to get all kinds of interesting speeches. I'm looking forward to getting together with some friends. I've got a traditional Oscar party that I go to every year, and we always fill out our ballots and make our guesses. And if you want to know my secret, I just always look up the Vegas odds. I'm not the kind of person who could predict what movie is going to win what, but apparently the people in Vegas, they have a little bit more writing on it, literally, pun intended. So that's where I would go. Can I give gambling advice on YouTube? Thanks as always for watching. Be sure to subscribe on your way out and turn on your notifications so that you can see our new videos as soon as they come up. Big thanks to Rocket Gator, our sponsor as always. And until next time, take it easy.